Hello and welcome to my channel. And if this is your first time to my channel, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be making curry chicken. Let's begin. Okay, today I have about 16 chicken thighs that I've already washed and cleaned. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and add my seasonings and spices to my chicken. First, I'm going to start with 3 tablespoons of curry powder. I'm going to sprinkle that on top. And then I'm going to start with 1.5 tablespoons of salt. Then I want to do 2 tablespoons of all-purpose seasoning. Then I'm going to do all-purpose seasoning. Then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my garlic powder. Then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my onion powder. Then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of my ginger powder. Ground ginger, not ginger powder, but ground ginger. Okay, and then I'm going to do about 15 of these pimento seeds. Now I'm going to do about 2 teaspoons of allspice, which is ground spice, ground allspice. Next, I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of mixed herbs, which would be my favorite seasoning, you guys. Okay. Then I'm going to do 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Then I'm going to do about 6 to 7 garlic cloves, fresh garlic cloves. And then I'm going to do 2 cups of white onions chopped up. But first, what I want to do is, before I add any of my other herbs, I'm going to add the last seasoning, which is going to be scotch bonnet pepper powder. And then this is going to be also 2 tablespoons. So now I want to take all of my seasonings and I'm going to toss it up in my chicken before I add any other of my herbs. So I'm going to toss this up. So once I have my dry ingredients tossed up on my chicken, now I want to go ahead and start adding my vegetables, which is going to be 2 cups of chopped white onions. And then once I mix this, I want to add about 8 sprigs of fresh thyme. I'm going to toss this up too in there. And then what I want to do is I'm going to add 1 cup of scallions that I cut up of green onions. And then last, I want to add 3 of the mini sweet peppers. And all I'm going to do is just place that in there whole. And then just let it marinate. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this up. And I'm going to put this in the refrigerator because I want it to marinate overnight. So what I want to do is put about 2 to 3 tablespoons. I'm going to say 3 tablespoons of some olive oil in my pan. And the reason why I say 3 tablespoons because the amount of chicken that I have. But if I was cooking with lesser chicken, I would use 2 tablespoons of oil. So I'm going to let my pan heat up. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to drop my chicken in the bottom of this pan. Okay, and again, I put about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in the bottom of my pan. And I'm going to place this on a medium to high heat. And once my oil warms up, I'm going to go ahead and drop my chicken in the bottom of my pan so that it can get brown. Okay, so now that my grease has warmed up, so what I want to do is I want to cook this for 5 minutes on this side, and then I'm going to flip it over and cook it for another 5 minutes on the other side. Okay, so we're going to flip our chicken over, let it cook on the other side. And as you can see, I did add more chicken in the pan. And what we're looking for it to get like this brown caramelized color here, we want it to get that way on both sides of the chicken. And I'm going to also add 2 1/3 cups of water. And so what I wanted it to do was just use the water, and I added the water to the juice that my vegetables was marinating in because I want all of those flavors in my pan. So now what I want this to do is I'm going to let this cook simmer for about 20 minutes on a medium heat. Okay, we're going to check on our chicken. So now what I want to do is I'm going to add my potatoes and carrots. And I'm going to let this simmer for another 20 minutes. Okay, and as you can see that I have my sweet mini peppers here resting on the top because I don't want it to scorch. So I'm going to cover this up and I'm going to let it simmer for 20 minutes. Now let's check on our chicken. Okay. So what we want to do is we want to scoop up some of this vegetables and some of this juice. So we're going to serve it alongside of some rice and some cornbread. Yes. Let's have a little bite of that. Let's see. Oh, so delicious. And spicy. Very good. And what is on your dinner table? Potatoes all nice and soft and flavors well put together. Delicious. Well, thank you for joining. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Set your notifications so you can get my latest recipes. Thank you. Bye.